everybody. Let's see, it's April the 22nd in beautiful North Carolina. I think we're going to hit like 82, 83, 84 all weekend. Finally, just awesome weekend, no rain. And so each weekend I think it was nice, but had a little rain. And normally I'm a little behind in some of my spring plantings because we had a 19-degree cold snap early part of April, and I usually don't plant warm weathered vegetables until the end of April, just to make sure. I might have said May, but anyway, April. We're in April, almost May. So I was going to talk a little bit about ferns. Now, I've bounced around and see all my mess. I've had my ferns in the greenhouse, and I've been leaving them in here because our weather at night, sometime it was getting down in the 30s. And I think most of these are the Kimberly ferns, and they don't like, most ferns like at least 40 degrees. And they have loved the greenhouse. They're alive. Last year, I think I bought one or two distressed ones, or maybe it was the year before. And then, but anyway, they grew, and I had to separate them. I put them all in big pots. These things are just growing beautifully. You have to trim them up. I don't like having them in the house, and plus I don't have a place to put them in the house really. The only thing about ferns, they can get messy, especially the Boston ferns. But the Kimberly ferns seem to be a little better at not being so messy. You have to water them. So I'm gonna maybe wait the next weekend to bring these out. But this one I divided out. This one will probably be okay for the year. But it looks like these two are going to have to be divided back out. So this little one, I know I jump around, I'm getting all hyper because it's beautiful. When I divided them out last year, there was just a couple little sprigs, and I thought, well, I'll put it in here, and if it lives, it does. So it's coming out, and I had a pot underneath it, like a tray, and I guess the roots were searching for water, so I was not going to replant it, so I just put a little bit of dirt under there. Hopefully that'll be okay. So I have been trimming them up. This is, they come out like this. They have all kinds of pretty little shoots. And I'm going to go back over to my fern area. Hold on. So I'll show you now. I started getting into perennial ferns a couple years ago to, save some money. And it was before I got my greenhouse. So you can, for our climate, I think I'm zone 7. We got the 19-degree weather, and sometimes we get 20 degrees, mostly 25, 32. But they lived. And they've been here, they've been here a couple years ago. This one, I think it gets a little more sun, so this one's growing like crazy. So I think I planted most of these the same time. This is a asparagus fern, and they like die back, but they come back. So I got 2 over here that I divided out, and they're coming back. I haven't cut all that stuff off yet. This is perennial, so this is mostly shade, so that's another Kimberly fern I brought out. Perennial, and another Kimberly. So I had 2, and now I have like 6, and then I'm gonna have more. I had put some up there just to die last year, but this is my all-time favorite. I'm not sure if I'll divide it out this year. It is a foxtail fern, and James and I went to some nursery, I want to say close to the mountains. I can't remember where it came from, but it was at a very nice nursery, and I've never seen one, so I had to have it. And so it's grown, it's all bushy, hence the name, foxtail. And so I've left it in the greenhouse. It has to stay inside like the Boston ferns or the Kimberleys, the king ferns, so, and they get big. So this one has gotten big, so I might divide it out. I might wait another year because it's just so bushy and beautiful. I love it. Not that fond of the asparagus ferns. Now they do come back out, so they do look nicer when they start coming back out, but by far this is my favorite. And then the perennials are like my second, because then you don't have to plant them again, and you don't have to do a lot to them. I mean, they're growing, they're getting their new fawns, and they're just doing great. So I love ferns. I have one little fern I didn't show you. And I used to leave him in the house, and he did not like the house. So he was a little bit from when I bought him. What is he? No tag. It says Korean tassel fern. So anyway, I didn't know if he would live out here, but he was dying in the house because of the heat. So I thought, well, if you live out here, you're gonna die in the house. So he likes it out here. So I like my fern area. It's nice. It's partial shade. This one, you know, gets a little more sun. So yeah, and I usually, I haven't got everything out because we're just starting to have warm days. I put ferns everywhere, so it adds, you know, it fills things in. It's like I used to make reefs, and so, you know, you got to keep building and filling stuff in. So I hope you found this informative. I hope you start enjoying the spring. Get out there and enjoy nature and get to planting something. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And happy gardening.